Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in Edinburgh, Lock-in Boxing Gym. With me I've got John THAIN, aka the Soul Train, aka No Pain No Stain, aka the Gentleman. What's happening, John?
I'm a bit tired.
You're a bit tired,
I'm alright.
With the jokes as well, with the jokes. So how's things? How's life?
Good, I'm just get back into the gym. Things didn't go to plan in the last fight.
Against Larry EKUNDAYO, yeah.
He's a good fighter. Well done to him. It just wasn't my night. I felt as it's hard to make it. Maybe it was.
Do you feel like something went wrong with anything wrong in the fight? Were you fit?
It's hard. I think my confidence was affected by the injury I suffered in the gym the week before, and I can say it was that. I don't want to blame my performance on that, but I think I blame my lack of confidence on my injury. I think because I'd sparred really well, and I suffered a broken nose in sparring about 9 days out before the fight, and it was in my head: do I pull out from the fight and start again, or do I kind of ignore the injury and carry on when I'm in good form? But I never really had much time to kind of rectify it, so it was just 9 days between the injury and then the fight. I never had any ring time really to spar with, so it was just, and we were thinking, how am I going to react to this? How am I going to feel? In my mind I was like, I'm going to attack this positively. I'm just going to stay positive. I'm really fit. I can do 12 rounds. I can perform. I've got a good jab. That's how I felt. And then when I got in there, I felt the first like glance and jab when we were both finding our distance, and I felt, oh no. And then I felt the pain, and I was like, it hasn't healed, obviously. How could it in 9 days? I don't want to, because Larry actually, he showed me how good he was as well. He's a gentleman after the fight. He even messaged after it to say like to the team as well. So I can't, when a guy's standing in front of you, you just do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And for me, I couldn't feel like I could do what I had to do at that time. And that sounds like excuse making, but in the end, really, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to move forward and just take the positives, because I had an appointment the week of the fight to get the nose put back and reset. And so when I went after the fight, they went, there's no real need for us to do anything.
Larry
so I should be thanking Larry. Thank you for jabbing me back into shape again, and a few right hands at you just to make sure. But it wasn't my night, and there's something that you never give up when you're in a fight. But I felt like I couldn't give up my best, and that's maybe using the injury as to blame for my performance. But
I don't think you performed bad. It wasn't the performance. You're still in the fight. There wasn't.
I was in the fight. Yeah, I felt like I was in it, and it did affect me a little bit, and that's just a human. I think that's just being human. I can't. And I think that's maybe affected the way I felt walking into, like, when I was actually.
Can I just say something, John? Like, I've been at like loads of your fights. I know that you've had 4 losses now as a pro, and I think I tweeted you this because we've been friends a long time. That was one of the nicest things you've ever. One of the nicest things someone said about my career, regardless, like, that we're mates. That's one of the nicest things someone said about me. It was really fair. But Well, basically, what I said for the people listening is that I said that you've got 4 losses on your record, and not one of them outboxed you, outfought you. You were in the fight every single one of the fights. Ronnie Heffron, you could argue that you won that fight.
Boxing News had me winning the fight. That's a fact.
Again with Carslaw.
Yeah, that was a close fight. That was a close. And a lot of things were against me that night that I never really said.
What I was trying to say is, like, you had 4 losses, 4 close fights. All 4 have been away from home.
Yeah.
Do you feel? So my question is, do you feel like you're wanting that type of fight, those big fights, but at home, maybe in Scotland and Edinburgh, Glasgow? Do you think you deserve a shot like that in your home?
I wouldn't say no to it. That's probably the answer for me, is because I don't know if I've got the actual right to ask for championship fights at home, because I've not won the big fights that I've had. But I would say that Yeah, I want the big shots, and I'll take them wherever they are.
Because well, you've proved that you've had 4 fights.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. It's not. Yeah, you've just got to kind of you just got to kind of take what you get. But if a title shot does come to me, an opportunity does knock, and it's at home, you know, I think I'd want to take it, because it would put things. Yeah, it would give me home advantage. It's definitely something that does affect you, but I can't really complain. I gave what I had in those fights, and also I've learned from it. You can't. When I was an amateur, I lost. I went to a GB trial, and I told a couple of. They were all talking about the record, and then I was embarrassed. I was like, "Don't ask me what my record is." And then they asked me, and when I told them my record, I think after about 30 contests, 30 amateur fights, I think I'd won 8.
Oh, right.
So, and I told them, and they went, "Thought you were good." I went, so did I. Just go and cry in the bathroom. And then my next 30 were against better competition, and I won more of those. So it was like I'd learnt from my first 30, and then I ended up eventually had about 60 odds, and then tried to close the gap. Yeah. But this is just something that's I've got to come back from.
Well, I know you've dipped out and out with love of boxing. Well, maybe not dipped out in love with it, but you've sort of like yeah. Is the love still there? Do you still love boxing?
I love boxing. I love the sport. I love. There's nothing quite like the feeling of walking out and hearing your music and having that.
What music did you play for? I remember you played Wilson Pickett. The best one I've seen of you is Wilson Pickett, The Land of a Thousand Dances. If nobody's listened to that, go on YouTube, Google, look that up. It's one of the best songs ever. Aye. Are you going to use that as one of your ring walks again?
I could maybe use it again. I did on my last fight was I used. What did I use again? It was the Seal Adamski. It was like It was the. My mind's just went blank there. It was a dance classic, Ibiza Classics. It was Pete Tong's orchestra.
Oh, nice.
And they did like so it starts off with a bit of strings, I think, and then we just sort of walked out into that. But I just felt it would be unique. I'd rather have an entrance that was quite like he's coming to tie the tiger. Everyone's done that, you know, that sort of thing. I want it to be unique.
I think that's why I like Wilson Pickett, Land of a Thousand Dances, because it was one of them songs that I don't think I've ever seen anyone come out to that type of song.
Josh just came out to it.
Has he?
Yeah, he came out to it as well. But Terry texted me, he stole your tune. I went, no, he didn't. George was like, no, I never. They just put it on. I was like, it was absolutely fine actually. I'm honoured that he used my tune. He can use it anytime, because I remember Anthony Joshua came out to Nowhere to Run, and I've done that a few times myself. Like, that was early in my career. Nowhere to Run, because Terry suggested that we like Motown music. And we used that, and
Josh came out against used that.
He used that against Sahara, and then he said, and then Anthony Joshua came out in his next fight using that. So it's sometimes you can start a trend.
Well, you go. Do you think this will start from you then, John?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, but it's I don't know. I don't know if it's one of it's just for me. It's just try to be unique and try to come out to a song that puts me in a good flow, and I think. It's something that gets the crowd kind of moved as well.
Going, because you're a showman. Again, you're a showman. So what's next for you then? Are you heading into next fight or anything like that?
No, but you know what? It just feels really good to be back in the gym. I'm training. Whenever you get a loss, I think.
Can you show everybody them gloves that you're using, please?
Oh, these are old school bag mitts. When Terry was talking.
Have you got your hands wrapped?
Yeah, my hands are wrapped underneath them.
Yeah, good.
Well, that's the thing. It's just for me. It was just toughen the hands up, old school.
Yeah.
Terry was. We never had wraps, and he was right, because I came. My first wraps were actually I bought at the chemist. You know, I bought them at
the chemist.
Well, you just like you bought crepe bandage, and you never used. It's funny.
Proper wraps.
Oh, in my day we never used them. So I'm really showing my age here. But that was something that you did, and you just used bag mitts to hit the bag with. It's kind of, you look at all those old school fighters, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, who else is there? Marvin Hagler. They all used little bag mitts, and it was just like something that kind of tough. And you never really hear them about those guys having hand injuries. Right. I think maybe that's
because the hands were tough. They were conditioned.
I think your hand can only strengthen if you actually work it. I think that's maybe that's something. It's helped me. It definitely helped me. So maybe I'll start another trend.
Maybe.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Well, Seconds Out, that's what they've done is they've sold a few of these.
Well, Seconds Out was the shop in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
The fight shop, yeah.
And they've sold a few of these pairs, so I was like, yeah, definitely. Maybe we have started something.
Well, there you go. Josh, you know I can't let you go because, like, you know you're boxing, you're a boxing fan. First and foremost, me and you talk boxing all day. So I'm going to get your opinion on this, right? Tyson Fury's fighting Francesca Pianetta on next Saturday.
Yeah, 18th,
wins
right?
this, there's a lot of talk about him fighting Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
If that fight's made, I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
He's got a great chance. It depends. Yeah, I think Fury's got a great chance because he's got this ability to make guys miss and also to anger his opponents and wind them up and provoke them into making, you know, taking chances, or maybe like what he did to Klitschko was he actually made him doubt himself. I don't think he wanted to throw his right hand, and that's his best weapon. How on earth did he take away that weapon? It was probably it's more psychological.
That's similar to what Wilder's got, his right hand, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his main weapon. If he can take that away, I mean, he can be outboxed, but there's danger all through that fight. Fury's got a chance. He's got a chance because of his size, his movement, and I think that he can also get into his opponent's heads. He can get them wound up, and that's.
Do you think he can wind something like Wilder up? Because you know they're almost similar in that sense, where they're brash, they're bold. You know, they say their piece. They not scared to talk trash. So do you think he can get inside Wilder's head?
Possibly, and I think he knows as well. You know, were he to lose to Wilder, is there a possible route back for him to get that fight with Anthony Joshua? I don't know, but if he wins it, that's the number one route. That's a great way to do it. And with the you know, Matchroom and Frank Warren, they're actually starting to work together more. That fight can be made. It can definitely be made. It's the biggest fight. I think it would be the big
one of the biggest heavyweight fights of our era. Yeah,
definitely two British world champions. It would be. I don't think there's ever been that. And certainly not a heavyweight. Yeah, I would think.
So, what's your prediction for the fight Wilder against Tyson? You know me. I know you like to break fights down and all this sort of stuff, but I just want a big, bold prediction from you right now. Tyson Fury, Wilder.
It's either going to be a Wilder win by stoppage, or it's going to be a Fury sort of like a points win where he kind of just
Klitschko-esque.
Yeah. He's got that's the guy that's got the chance. If he performs well, if he's prepared well, he can definitely do it, because what he's got to do is he's really got to take away Wilder's main weapon, which is that big overhand right. He's got to do that, and I think his jab's probably his jab, because he boxes, he can switch as well, so he can confuse his opponents. Yeah, I would definitely give him a chance against Wilder, but you know, you wouldn't shock me.
Again, I've said the prediction. You're breaking the fight down. I just want.
No, it's not a tire; it's a fence. I think. Oh no, kind of leaning towards Fury.
Yep.
Yeah, because you know he's been out the ring that long. But that's the only thing. That's maybe me backtracking slightly. Yeah. Saying, oh, he's been out the ring that long now, but he has been. He's certainly never. I can't think of a time that he's ever been outboxed. Fury. I can't think of the only chance really that Wilder. I can think of times when Wilder's been made to look that he's been outboxed. That's maybe like Ortiz managed to yeah. So it's definitely possible.
So was that a Tyson Fury win then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think it'd be good if he did. I think it'd be good. What a comeback! You know, he goes through all that. He's not a saint. He's no angel, but he's certainly come through such turmoil. He never got. He probably didn't. I don't think he got the same respect. Yeah. The respect he was due when he did that. And he went and won a title away from home in a place where it's virtually impossible to win on points. And Germany's like that was something that was like it's Germany's renowned for. Do you remember Draferico Svenotke?
Yeah.
Super middleweight. No one ever beat him on home turf. Like it was basically like, you know, it was almost like set in stone that he would win on points. That's just an example of how hard it is to win away from home. He never really got that sort of. So maybe it would go some way for him to get in some sort of some credit that he deserves. And it'd be the second time he's done it. Because I don't think Wilder would come here. Doesn't have to. He can defend the title at home.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Again, well, John. you know me, I've spoken about boxing for hours and hours and hours, and I think I've got 5 minutes left in my battery. So again,
do apologise.
No, I appreciate the interview, buddy, and I look forward to your comeback fight whenever that may be. Thanks so much. Cheers, John.
Thank you.